Hey, so pretty quick video about this banner. I didn't feel like making any new recordings for any of these servants, just for reasons. They either have a more recent video, or I just think they are good how they are. The only exception might be Dante's, but I feel like I already did a video on him somewhat recently that said how good he was, and he is very, very good. But let's just go over this banner, this rotating banner in general. I would assume that this is the timeline for White Day. We have a lead up campaign, and then we have this right here. White Day tends to be like pretty short. They don't spend too much time on it. Like 2 weeks is usually the max. So this makes sense that this campaign goes up, starts with Juna before all the other banners even start. That makes the most sense, is he is the most, like, Dante's is definitely close second, and so is Waver, but like in terms of strength in the meta, Juna is above both these two. Not that far off Dante's. Dante's definitely rose, and Waver is just, he's general. He's not hyper specific. That's not a bad thing, but it does take away from value, especially because he's permanent. Him and Odysseus are the only permanents on here, which is why when I saw this banner at first, I'm like, wait, this isn't actual White Day. Because if you didn't know, White Day and Valentine's, they don't have limited servants except for like specific rate ups. Like the rotating daily banners, none of those are ever limited. So this is why I also say that it probably is gonna start White Day either here or here, then in 2 weeks it's gonna end. So 17th is probably the best guess for when White Day actually starts. Now, it's not just the servants. Today I'm not gonna go into like the servants themselves. It's more on here. So we have all these craft essences that came out last year, and they actually have voice acting. Are any of these that good that you need to summon for? I mean, we can check on that. For this one, not particularly. Invul, MP gain, that's not good. Like, if it was Pierce Invul, like, it would have been better, but it's not, and it's also split stats. The Dante's ones are notorious for not being good. Although this one is, like, all attack, but it's still 4-star, so you're probably not using it. Yeah, so Juna is 100% worth it, but these CEs, no. And remember, none of these CEs are gonna give you drop bonus. That is a big caveat for summoning on these banners. None of them are gonna help you in the event. You're summoning for this character, and the bonus is these CEs. There's no day of like, this one's gonna go on right up, this one, no. They're just thrown in there. These are your chances. We go back, Amakusa, it's this White Day event that's going on NA right now. If you're playing on NA, you know what these Cs do. This is definitely going to be the best one because it's ignore, invul, and general 30% crit damage, I think, when MOB'd. Yep, 30. So it's definitely not a bad CE. It's not the strongest. It's not something I'd say someone would need to summon for with all of their power, but it's not bad. Next we go to Odysseus, and here ignore invul and MP damage, but they gimp the stats. Unfortunate. And as you can see, I'm mostly just looking at the 5-star Cs. It's not just bias, it's just because like most of the time the 4-stars just aren't good, with one exception. There is one exception to this rule. If you guys are into the esports, you probably know which CE I'm talking about. because I even praised it already in the video for a certain someone. We're gonna see it again. These 5-star C's for Moriarty are not good. Why is, and you have Amakusa in the background like that? Interesting. More invasion. Yeah, nothing to stand out for this for the 2019. Arthur. And this is actually different than the rate up that was going on NA. Because if you look here, there's a CE that's missing that Arthur had on rate up. It's because it's from a different year. Lesser MP damage. Just be okay if it wasn't a 4-star and it actually had good scaling. Why is it HP? Like, seriously, like some of these CEs, it's like, why? It truly is why. Why are you putting all offensive buffs and give all HP scaling? Wait, I don't get it. So summoning on here for Arthur, not worth. Here's where it gets interesting. So, Outrage. If you summon on Dante's, who has gotten his buff, he is like one of the best quick farmers in the game. Like, there's no contest. He can put out really, really, really high numbers. Outrage is on this as well. It is one of the best taunts because it gives no HP. Yes, Guda Guda Poster Girl is 3 turns, but if you manage to die in that span, it doesn't really matter. I will say though that for higher, for non-esports unit, Poster Girl is better. But if you kind of have like esports ready units, maybe not like the 70 out of 80s or the like 40 out of 50s, not like that super specific, but just like if you're fighting all berserkers, it really doesn't matter because whoever you taunt is probably gonna die that turn. They're at least gonna get low. But yeah, I got super lucky summoning on Arthur banner. One of my viewers actually did a point reward and I had to do a multi on Arthur's banner, and I actually got my 3rd copy of Outrage, so I am like literally set for taunt CEs forever, unless Guda Poster Girl gets another rerun. I might go for like a copy or 2 of that. So TLDR, Dante's is really good. Outrage is really good. This is a banner kind of worth summoning for. And now since like Lost Belts is over, like we're still gonna get like pretty good servants over the years, but like now it's not like we're getting OP Lost Belt King servants, because that's kind of the mentality that it's been. Like every Lost Belt would come out with some like really OP servants. Now that's kind of over it now. Kind of can be a little more relaxed. Definitely not relaxed around summer. Those are historically times where the OP servants come out. But we're not in this. JP is not in the situation of NA right now, where we know exactly what OP servants are coming out and how many of there are. You can kind of like summon run banners you like more and not feel like you're wasting your money. There is one more banner. It's for a waiver. You might think, oh my god, why would I summon for a waiver? It's not these. It's this. Versus. I have heard about this CE. 80% damage against Divine. Okay, so let me paint a picture. Ignore the attack stat, because like at this point it doesn't even matter. An MLB Black Rail gives you 80% MP damage. Just flat out. This can give you 100% damage against Divine enemies. For any servant that does not have a divine niche, this will up their damage so much. This is literally going to double their damage at minimum. At minimum, because multiplicative buffs affect this differently. It might not be straight 100. It might be like higher because of like how many different things are being multiplied. Or if you do have a divine niche, I mean, it's just gonna get better. But the restriction is returns. This is a very setup heavy CE. I don't think you can get this in the shop, which makes it even harder to say not to summon for it. I don't think it's worth trying to MOB this, not when Waver is the summon servant. I would like, yeah, and like 80 and 100, there's not that much difference in terms of damage. Like, and I'm saying in the grand scheme of things, obviously there is a big difference in damage, but in the grand scheme of things, is it worth like possibly getting a pity waiver before you get versus MLB'd in the current landscape on JP? You have better I mean, I know I'm setting up a scenario like that, and technically, statistically, you should have a better chance of this than getting the pity waiver. But imagine imagine someone actually got spooked by waiver before they hit it. Yeah. Oh. So this is, I would recommend at least, if you really want this, go for one copy. Don't try to MLB it. It's not worth it if you're a medium to low spender. If you're a whale, go for it. If you're a newer whale, you probably don't even have the CE, and like this is a lot of damage. Like this is Shisho getting her divine niche for 3 turns when it's MLB'd. Have you seen Shisho? That now she gets to do undead and divine at the same time with Summer Woo. This is actually a really good CE for trying to do like 3 turn stuff. Like with Shisho, with people that actually do have divine niche. It's a buyer beware situation. But yeah, these 2 are good banners for the servants. These 2 are good banners for the CEs. Not that these are not good servants or they don't have good CEs. They really don't have good CEs though. But yeah, the 1, 2, 3 are pretty much the highest value. Sorry, this is more filler content. I will hopefully have the tier list out tomorrow. I can't guarantee thumbs. I'll try to guarantee thumbnails, but it's gotta be kind of hard because I'll be on a school bus watching children tomorrow, so not much time to actually work on thumbnails, or not thumbnails, timestamps. But I hope to see you guys in the next one, and hopefully my schedule will be fully consistent by then. Peace. If you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like or a sub, and if you're feeling really generous, give me some feedback on the video in the comment section. I am very much looking to improve in the coming months as the channel continues to grow. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.